In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why certain law of attraction techniques just don't work for some people. And if this is you, if you feel like certain law of attraction techniques are not working for you, then I'm sure you'll find this video incredibly useful so that you can start to make a few tiny tweaks that will make all the difference. Because I've been through this, I found that turning point, and now that I have shifted a couple of things, these manifestation techniques are working for me like crazy. Hello my darlings, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name's Lucy, and on this channel I share all kinds of things about personal development, spirituality, and how to become the best version of you. Some of you may have noticed I got the intro wrong in my previous video. Hey, nobody's perfect. So if you're watching this video, you've probably tried different law of attraction techniques before to try and manifest more things into your life that you want. For example, maybe you've created a vision board where you place pictures of all of the things that you want to manifest onto this board and you stare at it every day. Or maybe you do visualization meditations and you sit and you meditate and you picture the life that you want. Or maybe you have tried my favorite scripting letter technique, where you write down a letter thanking the universe, God, Allah, the creator, your angels, whoever it is that you connect with, and you write a letter thanking them for all of this stuff that you want to have in your life as if it's already come. Or maybe you've tried other techniques. In fact, comment them below if there are any other particular law of attraction techniques that I haven't just mentioned. If you're somebody who's practiced any of these techniques, it's likely that you fall into one of three categories. Category number one is that you've used these techniques and what you wanted has manifested. Woohoo! Category number two is that you've practiced these techniques and what you've manifested and what you want is actually on its way to you, so just hang in there. And category number three is that you are not feeling it, you don't feel like what you want is anywhere closer to you whatsoever, and you're really starting to doubt in if this law of attraction stuff may work for some people, but maybe it just doesn't work for you. So the one and only reason why a law of attraction technique might not be working for you is because it's not about the doing, it's about the feeling. Any law of attraction technique is only useful if it is helping you to get into a feeling, vibrational, emotional state. And I don't mean like, emotional, but I mean like it is triggering emotions that you would be feeling when you actually have this stuff in your life. And so any of these law of attraction techniques, I call them props, tools, prompts, whatever word you want to use, they're just there to support you in feeling the right kind of way. If you're sat there staring at your vision board, looking at all of these pictures and not really feeling like it's possible for you, or looking at it all and feeling kind of disconnected from all of it, or looking at all of it and just not being able to actually picture yourself having or achieving any of these things, or looking at this stuff and maybe feeling excited for 5 minutes, but then for the rest of your day focusing on how you don't have any of this stuff and how tricky it all is and how far away you feel. So naturally, when the feeling is not right, a technique isn't going to do anything for you, because the law of attraction is simply just bringing you more of what you're focusing on and how you're feeling. Sometimes I get questions like, does it matter if I'm writing the letter in this language or that language? I mean, think about it. The universe doesn't speak a language. The universe responds to vibrations. That is how people all over the world speaking different languages and speaking their second language or speaking an ancient language or a modern language. There's people who fit into all of those languages who are manifesting things that they want. And there's people who fit into all of those languages who don't manifest what they want. There are also people, by the way, who don't even know what the law of attraction is, who seem to have all the luck and they've never practiced a law of attraction technique before in their life, but quite naturally they are the type of person who thinks positively, who gets really clear in their mind of what they want and where they're going, and they don't they don't think about anything else. They have a very laser focused mind, and all they're focused on is where they're going, and no one's negativity or no one else's doubts can deviate them from where they're going. I'm sure you may have met people like that before or heard of people like that before. And that's the beautiful thing. They actually give you an indication as to what kind of way, mindset, or focus you can adopt to help you get into your next level mindset. Similarly, a question I get asked possibly more than any other is, how long did it take you to manifest these things? How long does it usually take? How long on average should I be doing this for? There is no clear-cut answer to that, because I don't know, where the majority of your thoughts are each and every day. I don't know if you're actually focused 98% of the time on your present reality and the lack of what it is that you want, and only 2% of your time on your vision board or scripting letter. I don't know. I don't know where your vibration is at. Only you can feel that and work on that and raise that. So that is why there are some people who appear to be less intelligent than you, or less skillful than you, or less hardworking than you, but they seem to just touch something once, put their mind to it, and then they just seem to fly in whatever area of life that is. And it might be really frustrating when you see someone who's, just kind of found they've tapped into the right feeling state and everything seems to be working for them. I have a whole team of entrepreneurs, and some of them grow incredibly fast, some of them grow slower. And I was one of those people who grew slowly as well. And so I know how frustrating it is when you see other people flying and growing faster than you, and they don't even seem to be as experienced maybe, or as hardworking as you. First of all, number one, you probably don't know the effort that they are putting in behind the scenes, but also there's a strong chance that they are doubting themselves less and just focusing more of their energy in a concentrated way on where they want to go, rather than focusing on how far away they are from it. The good news is anyone can raise their vibration, work on their mindset, reprogram their mind. Now, it is physically impossible to monitor every one of your thoughts, and it can often feel like your brain is just out of control and you just can't help but worry. However, the solution is that you can actually reprogram your mind, you can work on your mindset, you can change your beliefs about yourself and about what's possible for you. You can break family curses, you can choose to believe something different even if your parents had limiting beliefs that you've inherited. You can change your mindset, and when you change your mindset, you will change your life. One of my mentors, Garen Jones, completely immersed himself in the practice of changing his mindset, which wasn't just an overnight switch. Before he worked on changing his mindset, he was in $200,000 worth of debt. He was homeless, sleeping in his car. He had a broke-down relationship with his family and with his daughter. He had been convicted for drug smuggling and put into a French prison. Pretty much every area of his life was looking very negative. And one day he was given the insight into the fact that the reason why all of these areas in his life were negative was because he had stinking thinking, was because his thoughts were negative. Even if you think of yourself as a kind and loving person, behind closed doors, when it's just you and you, where are your thoughts at? How kind or positive are your thoughts to yourself? Or how critical and negative and concerned and fearful are your thoughts? It's not about just being a nice person. Of course, be a good person, be a nice person. But if you're still worrying and not expecting good things to happen for you and feeling jealous secretly, that's what counts. That's what makes the difference. That's what blocks the law of attraction from working in your favor. So what I do know that my mentor did was he absolutely immersed himself in positive thinking. I'm talking, he was listening to personal development books about the power of positive thinking all day long, when he was working out, when he was doing the cleaning and washing up, when he was out and about, when he was shaving, when he was showering, like all day long. He had some kind of personal development audiobook on. He taught me how to discover my own soul affirmation. I actually did a video which will help you to find out your soul affirmation, by the way. I'll put it up here in the corner. And he would dedicate himself to saying that affirmation to himself 100 times a day in the mirror. He'd wake up every morning and say his I ams. I am powerful. I am amazing. I am strong. I am a champion. I am hardworking. I am happy. I am beautiful. All of these affirmations, all of these I ams, which at first he didn't believe, but with huge amount of repetition and dedication, the brain starts to get brainwashed into a new, more empowered, more powerful, easier mindset, where then everything in your life starts to get easier, more fun, more positive, and starts to show up to you accordingly. I hope this video is really giving you an insight into the depth of what the law of attraction is and where your vibrations stem from. You know, just doing a couple of surface level vision boards might not cut it if, in general, your vibration, your mindset is, as I said, stinking thinking. Another reason why some people struggle with these law of attraction techniques is because maybe you're very out of practice in using your imagination. Remember back to when you were a child. When you were a child, using your imagination was all you did all day long. You were in fantasy worlds, you were playing pretend. One moment you were a superhero, next minute you were riding a horse, next minute you were in outer space or under the sea. And this was all just using the power of your creative mind. Now, as we grow older and as we go through the typical standard education systems, unfortunately, we are sort of talked out of using our creative minds quite often. We're told to be realistic. We're told to swap our biggest dream for a more realistic dream that's going to pay the bills. And day by day, year by year, that creative tool, this power of your imagination starts to gather dust in the corner of your mind. So if you are brand new to visualization or scripting or whatever techniques that you're implementing at the moment for the law of attraction, it might feel really tricky to visualize a moment in your future, or to visualize your dream home, or to visualize your life with a soulmate driving the car that you want, with the money in the bank account that you want. It might feel like it's just so hazy and you can't quite get clear on it. But let me reassure you, with practice, you will rediscover that tool of creating with your imagination. To help yourself even further, you can start doing the things that brought you joy back when you were a child. Get back to who you truly are. The pure version of you is actually the version of you when you were 4 years old, 5 years old. What did that version of you love to do? Comment below. I'd love to hear. What did little you love to do back in the day? Was it drawing? Was it dancing? Was it playing football or soccer in the rain? Was it collecting pebbles? Was it pointing at aeroplanes in the sky? Was it watching cartoons and playing video games? Was it making up stories with your friends? Was it dancing around freely to music? Whatever it was that you used to love to do as a child, I invite you to do at least one of those things today. It may feel really rusty once again, but the more you can tap into your pureness, who you truly are, who you were before people tried to talk you out of it and teach you out of it. The more pure you are, the more in tune with who you are, the more aligned you become. The less complicated it gets. If you ever wonder why you just feel this constant anxiety or stress or lack of happiness, then maybe it's because it's been potentially years since you did anything that who you truly are loves to do. So stop wasting time and make it a priority now. Go ahead and do something really, really fun and start getting the creative juices flowing, start getting your imagination going. And I assure you, it's going to take a lot of pressure off you to make these law of attraction techniques work. It's going to help you to find the fun in these law of attraction techniques, which really the law of attraction is all about. I received a message on my Instagram the other day from someone who said, "I'm really lonely. I'm really sad. Will you talk to me?" And I was busy, but I replied quickly and I said, "Hey, how are you? Tell me, where are you from? What do you do?" And I think they replied, and because I was a little bit busy, I didn't see their message for a few hours. And they sent me some replies with some question marks and some sad faces. And then I realized maybe I actually needed to help them in a different way. And I said, look, if you're feeling sad, it's got nothing to do with the people who are not in your life or the lack of friends. I told them about several years ago when I moved to a foreign country completely on my own, and it was the most isolating and lonely few months of my life. But what I realized during those months when I had no friends and I had no one to talk to and I had no significant romantic partner and all I had was the walls around me and the silence at night, was that it gave me the opportunity to build a friendship with myself. I realized, whoa, I suddenly have all of this time where I can be totally selfish, and from first thing in the morning to last thing at night, I could choose to do whatever I want to do. It meant I could open my front door, close it behind me, not have to engage in any small talk, and just go, I'm going to draw a picture. I'm going to teach myself how to DJ. I'm going to learn how to skateboard. I'm going to watch this movie. I'm going to cook this meal. As a result, I felt like I had so much time to do all of these things for me. And above all, on a spiritual level, it helped me to develop a relationship with myself and with the universe as well, because I saw some pretty crazy supernatural things during that time as well. And I honestly believe it's because my guardian angels and the universe were watching over me. Well, they're always watching over me, but I think I had a bit more headspace to notice it. Let me know if you can relate to that. So going back to this message that I sent to this person on Instagram, I said, look, talking to me is actually not going to help you to be any happier. What about doing things that you love to do? What did you love to do as a kid? And I encourage you, if you're in lockdown and you're on your own, I know it can be hard, but look at the blessing, look at the positive side of this, and why not fill your day with doing all of the activities that you used to love? I can assure you this is going to be the fastest way for you to feel happy, and it means that you won't have to rely on anyone maybe showing up in your life to make you happy. It puts you in control of your happiness, and then guess what? Then you end up being attractive and people want to spend more time with you as well. Win-win. So he said, wow, that sounds really, really great. Yes, I love to play games. I used to love video gaming on my Xbox, and I love to sing, and I love to dance, and I love to draw. So I'll do all of those things. I said, great. So sometimes we all just need that little reminder of whether we're going to become the victim or the victor, right? You decide now, are you going to be the victim or are you going to be the victor? Take charge, take control. Don't blame anybody else for you being unhappy. Maybe it felt like they caused you to be unhappy. Okay. Are you going to let them continue to make you unhappy? Or are you going to change your mindset and do some things that are going to help you be happy? You know, it can sometimes be addictive to feel sad. If you can get over that addiction and you can move ahead to being addicted to being happy, let's just say everything that you've ever wanted is on the other side of that transition. So my final thing that I want to share with you today that may be able to help you on the early stages of this journey is that I've actually developed something called 1% Better Every Day, where every day you receive a personalized message from me to you, and all of these messages are designed to help you to get 1% better, 1% happier, 1% more powerful and in alignment every single day. Because I know that our life can go through seasons, and maybe just attending one event or reading one book will give you some short-term transformation, but ultimately the only way to be able to consistently raise your vibration is about tapping into something every single day and just taking one step closer to it every day. So if any of you feel like you would benefit from receiving a message from me every day, sometimes in video format, sometimes as a voice note, sometimes as text, whereby I help you to stay on track and get 1% better every day, then I've put the link in the description below. You can find out a little bit more about it, and you can actually try it out for 7 days and see how it helps. Before you go, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and drop a comment with something that you've learned from this video to help other people who are going through the comments too. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and ring my bell so that you never miss one of my videos. Until next time.